We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this.
Our ceremonial sauce comes courtesy of Roger Dams of Burn Your Tongue, cleverly not so hidden in the Quilted Bear in the Newgate Mall in Ogden, Utah. We raise our flames to Roger. The hallowed shelves of Burn Your Tongue now hold over 700 sauces, making Burn Your Tongue one of the largest sauce purveyors anywhere. If you're a chili head, you must make the pilgrimage. You can also find Roger on Facebook at the link in the description below.
And what this is from the Colorful Colorado Creations, which I'm hoping they will just call C3 at some point in the near future. We have the Colorado Red Extreme, which is the bigger, badder, hotter brother of the Colorado Red. And honestly, these sauces I find to be just tremendously different, like not even in the same ballpark, really. And this one is, for me, by far the better of the two. This one is meant to be designed for chili heads, and so the idea is that it is hot, and yes, it is definitely very much a chili head only type heat. And, well, I think I'll spare you the label design discussion for today. But this is not a great one. So Wilson, I think is the guy's dog, maybe. Please be careful. It's very spicy. And we have the sauce is hot. And this started in not quite 4 years ago to the day I'm recording this, interestingly enough. This will be posted before the 4-year anniversary of this place, I do believe. All right, so we got water, distilled vinegar, red Fresno, malt vinegar. We've got lemon juice, Carolina Reaper powder, vegetable oil, salt, black pepper, paprika, and xanthan gum. So this one comes with a restrictor cap. And I left it on here, you can see, for about half the bottle. I am going to remove it now, though. I don't usually keep them on there super long, but this sauce kind of fell between a bunch of other stuff I was doing. And I used this quite a bit for building some tolerances towards some challenges I was doing. Worked a pretty great effect for there. So you can see we have this lovely red color, just gorgeous. See little bits of black pepper in there. I always like to see that. And the design of this, I think, is just really, really smart. The red Fresnos carry most of the flavor, and the Reaper is there more for heat, I think. And it just comes together super, super well. You can see this is a gorgeous sauce. This is very nice red orange. Yeah, it is lovely. I like so the other sauce I thought was just kind of okay. I think for the most part, this one I'm actually enjoying quite a lot so far as I use this. Well, we might as well get to it. Mm. Mm. Ooh. Touch bitter there. So we had the very nice Fresnos before the bitter started to really pour in. Very nice bit of black pepper in there as well. Yeah, this is a sauce that is really, I think, a lot of my alley. Definitely, though, just for chili heads, because it is quite punchy. This is a strong 3 for me, which is usually just right off the scale for non-chili heads. And I don't know that they would really enjoy this. But this is a nice prize to work your way up to, for sure. All right, so this is a sauce I considered more of like a Louisiana style. Somewhat vinegar forward, and I think that's kind of where it fits the best. So it's generally where I've been using it. Here we have it on this, the Devour white cheddar bacon, and I chose that because this tends to be a very, very rich, heavy mac and cheese. It's a good baseline. It is too much to try to eat like this, so it's just too rich. But I've had this on pizza. It's quite good on pizza. So it's not as vinegar forward though as those other styles. And so I've had it on pizza. I've had it on chicken. I had it on burgers. I mean, this is a very flexible sauce, I think. Just it's a little bit overly bitter. It's a little overly bitter. This is the one sort of drawback. The one sort of caveat I have to this, and that's kind of what kept it out of, for me anyway, sauce of the year sort of contention this year. Is just too bitter. But this is a great sauce. It is worlds better than the other one as far as I'm concerned. I like this one a ton. And it's not shy about what it is. You know, it clearly is intended for me and chili heads. I don't think this is a sauce that they intended for normies to really go out and pick up. And there's a few other sauces in the lineup. I think a lot of them have onions in them, so I don't know. I'll be doing more from this company, but this is. I mean, it's an excellent sauce for what it is. Like I said, for me, it's a touch overly bitter. I think you can get away from that a little bit by either adding some sugar to it or just using Carolina Reaper peppers instead of powder. I mean, for me, I would probably also delete the lemon, but that's just a personal thing. Unless they're trying to go for like a vague lemon pepper aspect. It's really interesting having this on mac and cheese because I'm so used to the cayenne style, which is very vinegar forward, but that beautiful cayenne flavor. And the sauce is excellent here. But really, no matter how good it is, in this setting. I still miss, the cayenne Louisiana style. I got a pretty stupid spoon for this, I see. I'm wearing half of this. Yeah, this is a good solid 3 for me.
Noodles fuse together or something? What's going on there? Man.
Quite good. Definitely punchy. I don't know that I would use a pepper powder, me personally, with black pepper, because I think you just get a bit too much of a bitterness overload. And I love black pepper. Cracked black pepper is definitely one of my favorite things. But I think using it with the Reaper powder is just... Reaper powder... I like Reaper peppers. I don't really like Reaper powder a lot, though. I just find it almost always to be too overly bitter. I've had it in a number of settings, and I definitely much prefer the peppers themselves to be used. And that would have probably solved the bitterness problem and maybe the sugar problem, because there is a nice bit of sweetness to the Reapers, and I think probably that's why they chose Fresno's here. Fresno's is a great choice. You can't go wrong choosing Fresno's as a pepper to put in a sauce. I don't care what else is in it. Fresno's themselves are just a really special, spectacular pepper for me. So even with all that, I still have some remnants of bitterness. Probably between a 1.5 and a 2 for heat. So even after eating all that, it's a very, very heavy cheese cream. Lots of bacon in there. It's very, very high fat, super rich macaroni and cheese. So I guess that kind of tells you something, I guess, there. But yeah, I like this sauce. This is, I actually have used this a lot. And one of the nice things about us running a sauce this hot, even though this tastes really good, running it that hot, you're probably going to have it for a while, because you can get a lot more mileage, a lot more bang for the buck, as it were, because each application just uses, a lot less sauce than normal. I mean, I will say this, I think putting a restrictor bottle on here for this sauce, I think kind of makes sense. Texture-wise, it's a little bit too thick, I think, for a restrictor cap, if I'm being honest. But, with the heat and everything, and it's a little bit extra work, but you definitely kind of want to control this one, because certainly, I mean, you could probably push it a little bit past a 3, I would imagine, in terms of heat. Probably not a lot more than that. But you can definitely overpower your food and overbitter it. And to me, I think that is, as a chili head, I think is more the real danger here, rather than making the dish too hot to eat. I think you're just going to wind up overpowering it with a lot of bitter. Like if you over black pepper something, that can be a little bit hard to take because that tends to get really bitter as well. And I think that might be the kind of effect you might be running into with this if you over sauce stuff. But of course, for normies, obviously they are going to make it too hot for them to eat without a restrictor cap, I think. But it's gone now, gone forever. But yeah, I mean, this is a really spectacular sauce. I really hope that there's some other sauces from this company. A, I hope they rename the company, but B, I hope there are some other really cool sauces coming down the pipeline from them as well, because I definitely am looking forward to seeing what else they come up with that does not have onions, so I can actually try it. But for this time, this was the Colorful Colorado Creations Colorado Red Extreme Hot Sauce. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.